car. This is wonderful. Sharon, it's a good day. I think all of us realize how fortunate we are to be here. Nothing better for anybody who loves baseball to enjoy this day. It's a great, wonderful day. I think I have the same feelings I had when I was 12 years old, going to my Little League opener. It's wonderful. It kicks off, I think, a wonderful part of our year for all of us who love the game. You know, it's a six-month competition, which is great. That's fine. You know, players are conditioned to this. Again, you know, we've been through a lot in our careers, you know, starting as amateur players and then through the minor leagues. It's a baseball game. It's a baseball game. We opened on the road. A lot of guys on that field have played road games before. We'll be all right. We'll be fine.
So much history.
Oh, this is a good space. Yeah, this is a good place. Yeah, New York is a great stage. There's no doubt about it. It's a great city, biggest in our country. We're happy to be here. We're looking forward to playing baseball in this great city.
But for someone who wasn't in your camp, what did you see out there this spring that encouraged you that the way you guys finished last year?
Well, again, we got the same, pretty much the same group of position players coming back, and a lot of the same pitchers coming back who are on our 25-man roster. And like I said, we played well last year. You know, let's hope it carries over. It's a new year. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen, but our guys have played together. They know each other. We have a couple new faces on the roster, but not many. So there's a familiarity in how we play. Our guys know what to do. So,
is there anything you were looking for in camp this year to say?
Not really. No. You know, like any manager or team personnel wants his health. You know, we came out of there a little banged up, which is part of our game. There's a lot of teams that are banged up, so those guys will get healthy. They'll be back, but in the meantime, the guys who are on the roster will combine with the other guys to provide enough talent to win a game.
What's impressed you the most about Ginger?
I think his overall game. You know, he's a baseball player. I know that term is overused a little bit, but he's comfortable on the diamond. You know, he likes playing baseball. I think his most comfortable place is on the field, whether it's in the batter's box or, you know, out on the infield. But he's calm. There's a poise to him. He's got good instincts. Understands the game. Good competitor too.
He's played some second base in the minors and here in college. And
he's fine. He's fine. A lot of guys get hung up, you know, moving positions. He doesn't. He just wants to play. I mean, it's not unlike when you go out and you play a pickup game, wherever that might be, any sport, and you move around positions, and he doesn't get fazed by that. He just likes playing. He understands the game. That's probably one of the reasons why he's comfortable moving around, is that he's got a great sense of how this game's played.
When you came into camp, did you see him as a guy that possibly could make your lineup?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, he came in to our camp highly regarded by our minor league personnel and our front office, and you know, we saw Jed last spring, and we've been following him, you know, obviously through his minor league career. There was no doubt that a lot of people thought his time was now, and it is, like in a couple hours. Yeah.
Do you have a standard talk for guys about to make their major league debut?
Yeah. Well, no. Every guy's different, so the talk's different. But to Jed, I've spoken with Jed a couple of times. We talked in San Antonio about a few things, but you know, just like anything, you know, based on who the player is and their personality and their emotion, you know, the conversation's different. It's just like a teacher with a student. They're all different.
Is it really? How do you convince a kid that major league debut on an opening day is just another game?
Well, that was in there.
Was it?
Yeah, I mean, that's a standard one. But with him, I think it's more, you know, without getting into really too much detail about what I said, it's just that he's ready for this. You know, he's been eyeing this for a while. He's a confident player. I think he believes that he belongs on a big league field, and hopefully has a long career. But there's for him or any player who makes his debut, that's a special day. Their first game is really cool.
Well, you
really
mentioned,
cool.
You mentioned that.
Look at that
opening
device.
day-
Look at that device.
You mentioned
I haven't seen that one. Is it hot in here?
You mentioned that opening day is a special day. How do you, as a manager, try and keep that optimism of opening day through the 162 game line, going through?
Well, that's just it. I mean, there's a consistency to approach that you try to instill in your team, from spring training. And I think the level-headedness of your group, helps you, get through opening days and other big-type games. But it's sort of the mindset of your players. And a lot of times it stems from your veteran players or your core group of players. And for us, it's great that a lot of our guys have been together, so they know each other. But I think it's just the consistent approach that you bring from a leadership standpoint to your team.
When choosing an opening day starter, a lot goes into it, of course, and you want to pick somebody who you know is going to be able to handle everything that goes with opening day.
Right.
With Volquez, the World Baseball Classic, I mean, that's like the World Series of the Caribbean there for him. How much did that help him?
I think it's going to help him a lot. I mean, this is his third one, so the previous two will help as well. But I do think this spring, going to the WBC and starting those games, obviously pitching for his country, and we saw how passionate the Dominican team was and how their country reacted, in their games up in San Francisco. That was a nice setup for today for Edison. So, but by and large, his demeanor and his personality is calm. He's pretty loose. So, but yet, this is a game where he will have an edge to him, but it'll be a good edge. It shouldn't affect him emotionally.